So apparently Red Bull cheated. Yeah. So according to some sources, Red Bull have spent more than the allowed 145 million, I guess, in the development of last year's and the research of this year's car. And yeah, if that's true, I mean, there's some pretty hefty penalties for potentially breaking the budget cap. And as a neutral fan who's just here for a good race, the fairest penalty they could give Red Bull would be a point deduction. Just remove, I don't know, 8 points from them. Sounds like a fair deal, doesn't it? So yeah, this will obviously get reviewed now. We'll probably get an answer on if Red Bull cheated by mid next week. I have to say I hope they didn't cheat, because if they did, no matter what penalty FIA gives them, it will trigger the biggest Twitter civil war the world has ever seen. 10 times worse than Abu Dhabi 2021. Not ready for this one. But let's just move on, right? I mean, we're gonna talk about that again eventually. Well, there are a lot of special helmets for the Singapore GP. We have Seb's helm that actually looks amazing. We have Leclerc's helm that's gold and has written Punk Paradise on the back. Maybe he's joining a punk band after Ferrari ruined him this year. Would be cool. Russell has some oil money helmet, I don't know, it's blue for Petronas since they extended their contract with them. Zhu has a helmet that is designed like a 12-year-old diabetic kid would design a helmet. And Lando has now 2 halos in his car. That was a good one, wasn't it? Speaking of Lando and McLaren, they also brought an update to the car. They have new side pods now, which, well, just let's say these side pods resemble a certain other car in the grid. They also have a special livery for this week and next week, I think. And yeah, they just said Uwu, or I don't know, it's orange and pink. I don't like it, it looks terrible. Other than that, nothing really happened. Latifi still sucks. Stroll pinned it. So yeah, everything's still the same. Also, I saw this week, for the first time, I found a new Red Bull flavor like this one, the winter edition. And I don't know, but if you look at the color scheme, it could remind you of some other Formula 1 team livery. And yeah, I'm sure they didn't do that on purpose. But if they did do that on purpose, kudos to you, Red Bull. There was some big baller move right there. Now, let's move on to my predictions for the race. I think we're gonna do an instant classic. Leclerc takes pole today and Verstappen wins the race tomorrow. Most classic result you can get. And to be honest, if Verstappen doesn't win tomorrow, I'm gonna get myself one of these banana suits and wear them for the rest of the week, or for the new week then, because it's almost impossible by now that he doesn't win. I mean, his car is over the budget cap, so I'm joking it, probably, hopefully, maybe. Other than that, I think there will be 3 safety cars, or 2 safety cars. The first one is Latifi crashing in the formation lap, so there won't be a safety car, but it will be funny. The next one will be Stroll winning it, obviously. And the third one will be...
Oh, what has happened? We need to know who's going to come out in front as we see Lance Stroll hitting the barrier and going over the curb one more time.
Can you please let me talk, man? And the third one will be when George Russell and Checo Perez collide. I mean, Russell was just going for a clean overtake and Checo just turned in on him again. Don't know what to say about that. With Perez and Russell out, I think podium will be like that. It will be Verstappen on 1, Hamilton on 2, and Sainz on 3, since there are no gravel traps in Singapore. Leclerc will probably finish 6th or something. Either he has engine problems, they fuck up a pit stop, or Red Bull or Ferrari just bring him in for inters because they think it's raining because they're too sweaty or something. I don't know. So yeah, guys, see you tomorrow after the race.